All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Atlanta Falcons. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ten Lobo.
I got you.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. They'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First down, Washington.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
No game on this defense. No game.
They'll look to throw here. This is the tight end, Njoku. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
And the Redskin first down.
Ready.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Barrett. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
54. Light 54.
61. Matchbox lights.
Nickel, nickel, nickel.
Smooth. 5.
On first down, Ackerman. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 53 yards. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Watch the boot.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Redskins 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's baby.
Recon. 132 fighter.
Slam. Sponge. 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 No, no, no. Walk
Get it.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Redskins 3.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Set. 18 Gator. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Ready, go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready, set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
At the 24-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Caught by the tight end Ertz. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Ready, ready. 15, line it. 15 line. Watch the fly, watch the fly. Watch the fly, motion, pop, pop, pop.
Let's go, let's go.
Ready, ready.
To throw on 3rd down, Ackerman. And he connects with Ertz. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Hines. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
2nd and 6. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quan Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Let's go now.
And counting the defense here, the Redskins have 6 defensive backs out there.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Now.
Back to throw. Ackerman. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 20-yard line.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on second down when they got the sack? Because on third down, zero pressure all the time in the world, and he picks up the first down with that throw.
Watch the pass.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got it.
Hey, Echo.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm trying to collect. Mike 55.
2nd and 9 now.
Defense championship, baby.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
We serve down
From 19 yards away. And the Falcons push further out in front. The extra point now coming from Myers. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2nd and 1. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43.
First down, Washington.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Toss play, Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Second and 13. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Penny will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to break.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Set. 8. Read.
I got him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ackerman. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
You're not ready. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 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 Twist.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Mike 53. Target. 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 Target.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
I'm here all day. Hey, watch that. Watch that.
Get it.
On 3rd down, Ackerman. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Throw left side complete. That's Barrett. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. This is Hines. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go. 50, plant.
Mike, 5-4. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Bravo.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Throwing on 1st down. Ackerman. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Tried for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Mike, 54. Ready? Hatchet. Hatchet.
80 weapon. Dude.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
2nd and 2. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Check safety, check safety. Gone, gone. Hey, Haywood. Now.
Operating from the gun, Ackerman. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this one away, and it's got some hang time to it. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ackerman taking a shot for Samuel. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Strong right. Strong right. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Let's go.
Ready.
Back to throw here. Nice little juke. That's caught by Penny.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Looking to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end,
He says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
70.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
2nd and 14. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's long. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Washington.
This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. The tight end David Njoku, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. They'll drop the throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
At the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Mike, 53. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check.
Switch.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
Mike, let's go deep, tighten up.
Deep grip, deep grip.
Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
You go tight. You got
Greystone, travel.
You got tight right there.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 31.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Ready, ready.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
In the face. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
To throw again. Ackerman. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Ready,
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
7.
Mike 5-4.
To throw on 3rd down. Ackerman. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. That's a cornerback in for the sack. Tre'Davious White.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 10 Lobo. Come on, no, come on, no. Ready, go.
On play action, they'll throw. He hits his target, the tight end Adams. A Redskin 1st down, the pickup 15 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 43-yard line.
Set, ready. Look 70 in.
Again, it's Penny. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Ready, ready. 10 Tucson.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 60 orange. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Protein spill.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 37. Check 37.
New draw Corkers. Hey, Zoo.
57. Mike, 57.
2nd and 10. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
54, right there. 54, Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, get in the weight room. Rush in.
5.
Looking to throw. Ackerman. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble.
San Hut, 60 outlaw. Here we go. Check. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet
to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On second down, here's Penny, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
And it's third down.
Set to 18 Gator. Focus, defense, focus. Check 59, Mike. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Check 26, check 26. 66. Bullet, set, go.
Here's Penny, and that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
We got work. Let's go now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Down. 60 outlaw.
Army, Army. Army, Army.
Hit it.
They run again with Hines. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, orbit.
Right there.
54, right there.
Get it.
Back to throw. Ackerman. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Down. 90. Wolf. Two times. Ready, go.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Penny, the first down carry.
Okay, Brady, I see you.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range.
Yes! Let's go!
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
Ready, set.
Check, 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Let's go.
On third down, Penny. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Keep playing.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Back to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Go, Jack Redskins, ready?
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they could win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4.
He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you.
Go, go. Now.
They'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. 23 yards on the play.
That's another Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 90 Wolf.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Redskins, it's a rare bright spot as they move to 3 and 10 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3 and 10 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.